General Hospital will reveal that Liz is going through the most stressful and exhausting days of her nursing career. As the head nurse, she is all too familiar with the pressure of the job, long shifts, and urgent situations requiring immediate decision-making. However, what she is facing now goes far beyond anything she has experienced. Two mysterious deaths, Sam and Dex, occurred during her shift, pulling her into a whirlwind of suspicion. Every glance from her colleagues and the questioning from investigators feel like sharp knives piercing her mind. Liz knows she has done nothing wrong, but that doesn't stop the rumors from spreading throughout the hospital. The overwhelming sense of helplessness and pressure is taking its toll, leaving her unable to sleep, and even when she tries to stay calm, the anxiety inside her continues to rise. Although divorced from Liz for some time, Lucky cannot stand by and do nothing. He knows she is dedicated, always giving her best to the job, and that she could never be responsible for those deaths. When Liz reveals that she saw Cyrus near Sam and Dex's rooms right before they died, Lucky immediately realizes the gravity of the situation. He knows that Cyrus is dangerous, willing to eliminate anyone in his way. Liz is facing a real threat, and Lucky cannot let her fall into danger. After careful consideration, Lucky devises a bold plan. He knows that to draw Cyrus out, they need to create an irresistible situation that will force him to act. After days of planning and preparation, Lucky and Liz set up the perfect scenario. According to the plan, Liz will pretend to have a severe car accident and be brought to the hospital in critical condition. Every detail, from the ambulance ride to the hospital, the medical team, to the medical records, is meticulously staged. She will be placed in a special room with tight security, and all activities will be monitored by cameras. On the night the plan is set in motion, an ambulance sirens toward the hospital gates, carrying Liz in a critical condition. Doctors and nurses quickly take her in, pretending it's a real emergency. But in reality, Liz is perfectly fine, protected by a secret team arranged by Lucky. She is placed in an isolated room where no one is allowed in except those directly involved in the plan. When Cyrus hears about Liz's accident and critical condition, he cannot suppress his urge to act. He believes this is the perfect opportunity to eliminate Liz, who could threaten his secrets. Liz, with her knowledge of Sam and Dex's deaths, would undoubtedly be a huge threat if she survived. He cannot let this continue, so with eager anticipation, Cyrus prepares to make his move. One late night, when the hospital is quiet, Cyrus sneaks in, trying to move in the shadows. He carries a syringe filled with Digitalis, the same poison he used to kill Sam and Dex earlier. Everything has been prepared carefully. He believes that entering Liz's room and injecting her with a lethal dose will end the threat once and for all, and he will once again escape the law. He sneaks down the dark corridors, confident of his success. But when Cyrus enters Liz's room, nothing goes as he expected. Instead of facing a weak patient lying motionless on the bed, he discovers that the room is under strict surveillance. Security staff immediately appear from hidden corners, surrounding him in an instant. Before he can react, Lucky and a team of police officers rush in and quickly apprehend him. Cyrus cannot believe his eyes, as he is taken into custody without any resistance. Despite struggling and trying to escape the security team's grasp, all his efforts are in vain. He is bound and taken outside, with no way out. Meanwhile, Liz, in a safe room nearby, watches the entire event unfold on the security monitors. A wave of relief washes over her as she sees Cyrus caught. The nightmare that has haunted her for so long has finally come to an end. Not only is she exonerated, but she also helps remove a major threat to the hospital and the entire city. Although the ordeal is over, Liz and Lucky know that life won't return to normal immediately. The psychological scars remain, and the effects of recent events will not easily fade. But in that moment, both understand that even though their relationship has changed over time, they will always be there for each other during the toughest times. They know that, no matter what lies ahead, they will face it together. Cyrus is eventually arrested and must face the consequences of his actions. But the punishment he will endure cannot compensate for the great losses that Dex and Sam's families and friends continue to suffer. Their deaths cannot be undone, and even though Cyrus is caught, the pain their loved ones carry remains. Liz, Lucky, and the authorities' efforts have placed him behind bars, but it cannot bring back the lives lost. Despite being arrested, Cyrus remains silent about those truly behind him, the ones secretly controlling everything from the shadows. When questioned, he only smirks, refusing to reveal any information. When threatened with a harsh sentence, he shows no fear, choosing death over any confession. He is ready to face his end without exposing the true masterminds behind the intricate criminal game. Cyrus' silence only deepens the mystery. Though he is caught, the big question remains, is he the only player in this game? Could there be a darker force behind him, controlling the criminal actions he carried out? The connections, the ghosts from the past that Cyrus might have interacted with, remain unclear. Who is truly pulling the strings, and what is the real motive for the murders? These questions remain unanswered, and even though Cyrus is punished, the shadow of a greater threat still looms over everyone. The story is far from over. Though the first steps have been taken to punish Cyrus, the truth behind the dark force controlling him is still a mystery. What happens next remains a big question, and the danger has not passed. In the upcoming chapters, explosive and thrilling developments will keep the audience glued to the screen. While Cyrus has been caught and must answer for his crimes, the story is far from finished. The dark secrets still lie hidden beneath the surface, and crucial truths have yet to be revealed. Complex relationships, uncovered schemes, and lurking dark forces continue to create a tense atmosphere filled with surprises and uncertainty. Cyrus, even after being arrested, remains silent about those truly behind him. He would rather choose death than expose the ones manipulating him from the shadows. The big question remains, is Cyrus the only pawn in this criminal game? Or is there a larger force behind him, silently controlling everything from the background, unknown to anyone? These questions will not be easily answered, and each step forward will unveil secrets that the audience will have to wait for. Dark plots will not end here. Those behind Cyrus may not easily give up such an important piece. The relationships around Liz, Lucky, and the hospital staff will become more complicated, with people not everyone can trust. New characters, ghosts from the past, and unexpected twists will certainly keep the audience on edge. Can Liz and Lucky continue to protect themselves and those around them as larger schemes loom on the horizon? Where will the story go when the hidden truths begin to surface? Everything is still unresolved, and the intense situations and dangerous confrontations will make everything more dramatic and unpredictable. Stay tuned for the next episode to not miss these thrilling details. The story will lead the audience on a surprising journey with intense revelations and risky decisions. Surely, the next part will keep the audience on the edge of their seats, unable to look away from the screen.